will be reading from Shattered Dreams, The Tormented Soul of Michelle Starr-Keogh by Kristen Blanton. Chapter 17, Ghost. "What are you waiting for, Star?" Lucifer sneered as he slowly stood from his desk. "Why are you hesitating?" Star shook her head. "I'm not. You are?" She meant it as a statement, but instead it came out as a question. "I am." He stepped around his desk towards her. "Why would I when I know my fate?" He paused in front of her. "Do you know yours?" She looked at him questioningly. "What do you mean?" "I was just wondering if you knew what would happen to you if you did not defeat me." A frown spread across her face. "I'll die. You wouldn't let me live after I've tried killing you. It would be too risky." He smirked. "Maybe I would. Why not just forget what you came here for and stay with me? We can go back and get the children after you have become completely settled again." Deep in her mind, Star knew that her hesitation could be the key factor in her death. But the thought of having anything she ever wanted stuck in her mind for too long. A smile replaced her frown, and she started calculating her chances with Lucifer. While she daydreamed, she became completely unaware of Lucifer's movements, until a sharp pain in her left arm brought her back to reality. She looked down at the fresh blood dripping from the inward spiked metal cuff that circled her upper arm. A chain hung from it and was connected to a staff that Lucifer held beside him. "Let me go, Lucifer!" she screamed. Lucifer gripped the staff tighter, making the ring tighten. In return, Star screamed again, this time in pain instead of anger. "You should not be foolish enough to raise your voice to me. See, I knew you would be sufficiently thoughtless to return, thinking you were the only one who could make it, that you were saving your friends." He leaned closer to her, his lips at her ear, his breath on her neck. "I just want to let you know that you failed. Even your dear sweet mother is here. Now I can destroy you just like I did your father." As he pulled back, she could see the smile plastered on his face. "Let them go! All you need is me." He threw back his head in laughter. "The last time I allowed you to stay alive, they took you from me. It won't happen again. Just let them leave and I'll do anything you want. I swear." He took his hand, never taking his eyes off her or loosening his grip on the staff. "I think not. You are mine now, and you are not in the position to bargain for anyone's life." Tears of frustration and anger fell from her dark violet eyes, and they threatened to turn black. However, she was able to control herself and kept her power inside. "What exactly do you want?" He smirked and wrapped his arm around her waist, pulling her closer to him. She could feel his body heat radiating around her. "You, my dear, and the world." "Fine. What do I have to do?" His smirk grew. "Everything I say." She nodded in agreement and knew that she had made the biggest mistake of her life returning without help. Star could feel his body pulsating as he prepared to transport them somewhere else, but she closed her eyes, refusing to see the destination. The sound of running footsteps and Lucifer's cruel laughter made her open them. She was standing in a cobbled street, and enough people to fill a small village were stampeding up the hill towards them. She recognized 4 of them immediately: Jessica, Noah, Scotty, and Parker. Her heart stopped momentarily as she realized what Lucifer was about to have her do. Lucifer's laughter was soon joined by one other, and she looked to her right to see Chance standing there, smirking triumphantly. Tears streamed down her face and ate into the ground as they landed. Lucifer drew her closer so he could whisper in her ear, "Kill him." She didn't even need a name to know he was talking about his own son, her ex-best friend, the guy she had once trusted with all her heart and soul. Star took a deep breath and concentrated on her power, on Chance's life source. She felt Lucifer forcing her to look upon the damage she was causing, and felt nauseated to look at the look on Chance's face as he held his throat. Her hot tears seared into her cheeks as he fell to the ground. The look of horror was still on his face, but his eyes empty, withdrawn from the light they once held. It was then that she realized that her dreams were only trying to guide her in the right direction, but she had run from them thinking they were an omen of bad fortune. Lucifer made her look back at the mob that had now stopped about 5 houses down from them. "Nice to see you again, Isaacs. Are you proud of what your daughter has done?" The man standing beside Star's mother stepped forward, his steps faltering, but his eyes determined. Come here, Michelle. It is okay. You're safe now. Lucifer laughed. Meet your grandfather, Star. He was once my advisor, but when your mother left with Damien, I banished him and the rest of your family to the outskirts of hell. I knew one day he would take your side. Tell them that you can no longer be on their side. He finished everything with only a whisper in her ear. She gulped and stared past the tears of her family. I'm sorry, but I cannot. I've sworn myself to him and must obey. Why? Noah screamed. Why do you continue to do this to me? She tried to look away from him, but Lucifer wouldn't allow it. Tell him that you love me and that everything you ever said to him was a lie. Tears fell from her eyes like rain in a thunderstorm as she prepared herself for what she was about to say. Just forget about it, Noah. Everything I ever said to you was a lie. I love Lucifer, not you. Scotty stepped forward and held his brother up from heartbreak. What has gotten into you, Star? He started to say, but Isaac stopped him and whispered in his ear. Thank you.